hope this video finds you doing well and staying healthy. Really quickly getting into it today, about a 30-minute workout of just upper body and core. So it's going to be a little bit of a push-pull today. Couple footnotes about today's workout. 90-second intervals, so a little bit longer time under tension, a little bit longer duration for each exercise, so please make note of that. 2, if you have dumbbells at home, great idea to grab those and get those out today. You can also use other household products such as canned goods, and even when we get into one of our moves today, which is the single arm row, if you have a bag, a gym bag, or a purse, ladies, gentlemen, bag, some sort of even kind of a business bag, load it with a bunch of books and other products, weight that thing down, and that's a really great option for a pull move at home. So extra bag, extra purse, business bag, things like that, load it in. That'll be a great way to go ahead and get some extra weight in for some pull. But if you have dumbbells, that would be great. Canned goods, bags, something of the sorts. I'm going to give you a couple options when we get to 2 different exercises, so please look out for those. But again, 90 seconds. I'm going to be using a bench today, so if you have a bench, awesome. If not, go ahead and you can be on the floor, or you can use an ottoman. Nothing today that we would need a chair for, but just a quick couple notes on that. So before we get started, I'm going to have us just kind of warm up the upper body. So you can do a lower body warm up, but since today it's really just focusing on upper body, I'm just going to warm us up. So I'm going to have you bring your hands to your your hands and your fingertips to your shoulders. Go ahead and stand with those feet directly underneath the hips. And you're going to go ahead and just start to warm up the upper body just a little bit by bringing those elbows in, touching them together, one in front of the other there, so right in front of you, touch the elbows, just start to warm it up a little bit. So really give a nice big squeeze through the shoulders and the chest as you bring this together. Keep the fingertips nice and light on the heads of the shoulder, and then just big squeeze it in. We're gonna just do a few more, and then we're gonna take this to an overhead press in 3, 2, and 1. So I want you to go ahead and squeeze and press. So imagine you have 10, 12, 15, 20, 25-pound dumbbells in each hand. Contract through the shoulders, big squeeze all the way up. So just really kind of warm up, warm up, warm up. Big squeeze up for 4, 3. We're gonna go into some circles next, 2, and 1. Go ahead and bring those arms out to the side. Just start to do some small arm circles. So let's start to bring some heat and some good blood flow right into the shoulders there. So nice little circle. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Go ahead and pause, reverse it. Take that circle backwards again, standing up nice and tall, shoulders away from your ears, pull your tailbone under, brace through the abs a little bit, stand up nice and tall and strong. Good, so we're gonna go ahead and take one arm, drop it all the way through, big circle around. So I want you to just kind of work on that full range of motion, all the way through, little pause, all the way through, reverse it. Come back. So just warming up again through that shoulder, just nice big arm swing here. Let's go to the other arm. So bring it around, big swing through, just getting those shoulders warmed up again. Doing something that doesn't require body weight to get warmed up through the shoulders. Let's go ahead, reverse, bring it around. Feeling again, nice big stretch. Getting the blood flow to the shoulders. All right, and then go ahead and just cross right over left, left over right. Open up. So I want you to relax your shoulders away from the ears. Swing them right over left, left over right. Again, control through the core, but relax the arms, let them swing. And then we're gonna just do one more to really bring some good blood flow and heat to the shoulders before we get started. The first move up we do have is a narrow chest press. So I will be using dumbbells for that today. If you want to, you can make this move a narrow push-up with your hands directly below. So let's go ahead and take those palms up. So I want you to go ahead, squeeze to the front, like you're trying to scoop water. So just little pulses to the front. Like I said, so that first move is going to be that chest press, or you can just use your body weight and do a push-up. Turn it to the back, now push that water to the back. Just big pushes. Again, warming up through the shoulders, relax the shoulders away from the ears. You should be feeling kind of warm already. We're gonna get going into that 90 seconds, remember, okay? All right, release the arms, roll the shoulders out. Hopefully you're feeling good and ready to roll. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna take it down to the bench. I'm gonna do that narrow chest press. I'm gonna start it, so grab the equipment if you're gonna grab it. We're gonna do that chest press with me. If you are going to do the push-up, remember narrow hand position, shoulders stacked, and we're gonna keep those elbows in nice and tight, toes or knees. Okay, go ahead, lay back down everyone. Here we go, narrow chest press, palms face inward. 3, 2, and 1, let's go. So laying on back, feet flat. We're gonna bring those elbows in nice and tight towards the side and squeeze back up. We're here for 90 seconds. So keeping, of course, the shoulders released away from the ears and breathing. Inhale as you bring those weights down. Exhale, press back up. So we are only going to be here once in this narrow chest press. So I want you to plan accordingly with the weights. If you start heavy and you feel you need to go ahead and change the weights as we're moving through the exercise, absolutely make sure you do what's the best for you right now. Breathe it out. Inhale, lower, exhale, press. Inhale, lower, exhale, press. Keeping those elbows nice and tight to the sides. The biceps skim right past the ribs there and press right back up. Inhale, lower, exhale, press. If you need a rest, rest at the top and or sit up with the dumbbells. Don't just let them drop from your hands. Keep going, inhale, lower, exhale, press. We're in this together. All upper body today with some core. Big rounds of work, 90 seconds. And time, there it is. Go ahead, sit up, put those dumbbells down carefully if you're using dumbbells. And we're gonna get set up and go right into our next one. So we have a single arm bent over row to get started today. So I'm gonna come to the edge of my bench. I'm gonna go ahead and start with just one arm. We're gonna do 90 seconds on this one arm. So we're gonna burn it out and then we'll come back to the other arm next. So kneeling on a chair, an ottoman or a bench at home if you have it. You're gonna go ahead and put your knee down for support. And remember when we pull, we're pulling in towards the hip there. Okay, get yourself set. 3, 2, and go ahead and go. Oops. And I didn't start mine. There we go. So nice flat back. So we're pulling back between the hip and the rib. So it's not that we're pulling right towards the armpit or right towards the outside of the shoulder, but the elbow needs to drive back a little bit. So keeping that back flat, using the breath. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Keeping hips and shoulders square to the bench and square to the floor. Big pull, exhale, pull, inhale, reset. Coming up next, we have triceps. So we're gonna go back and forth today. You'll see it's a push-pull and then a large to a small. So large muscle group, small muscle group. Big squeeze, come on, drive that dumbbell back. So I want you to think about pinching back between the shoulder blades, hitting mid and upper back here. Overhead extension is going to be next. We can do that from a standing position, or we can do that from a seated position. 1 or 2 dumbbells, or canned goods, whatever you have. Keep breathing. "90 seconds. Whew, there we go. Can be long. Okay, we're gonna go ahead, move right into that overhead. So I'm gonna take a seat. I'll sit up nice and tall. I'm gonna sit, so you can sit at the edge of a chair, edge of your bench, edge of your ottoman. 1 or 2 dumbbells, it's up to you. Go ahead and take that dumbbell up overhead. Let's go ahead and go. Woo-wee. So I want you to think about sitting up tall. You should be able to see the elbows a little bit in your peripheral, but sit up nice and tall. big extension. That dumbbell or canned good or whatever you're using, maybe it's a gallon of distilled water, a gallon of milk, something. It's gonna come all the way down, touch. So you're gonna touch right down into the middle of your shoulder blades there, and then send it right back up. So 90 seconds of overhead extension. This one's a lot more gentle on the joints than doing 90 seconds of dips. Plus, I'm not at home with you guys, so I can't watch you do the dips and make sure that you're hanging in there and being safe. So we're gonna do something a little bit different, like this, so that we're all safe, still burning out those triceps. Inhale, lower, exhale, extend. Inhale, lower, exhale, extend. Keep your chin off your chest. Sit up nice and tall, abs are engaged. Listen in for the beat here. Concentration curls are coming up next. We're gonna do 90 seconds on one single arm. It's gonna be the best part. Woo. Starting to get tired here. Extend, press, breathe. There it is. Go ahead and carefully set that down. All right, we're gonna move into our concentration curl. So we are going to go ahead and pick one weight. It is up to you which side you want to start with. I'm gonna go ahead and start with my right arm. So 90 seconds. You're gonna just sit at the edge of your chair or ottoman. We're gonna take that right elbow, put it into the soft part of the thigh, so right into the inner thigh. Let the weight hang, and then you're gonna curl it all the way back up. 90 seconds, here we go. It's gonna be a long ride. All right, curl up. So you're just bringing it up at an angle, curling towards center, chest, and shoulder here. And the other elbow is just resting on the thigh for support. Using that breath pattern, exhale on the way up, inhale to reset. We really take any sort of big momentum out of this where we're not letting the shoulders help assist us. So just kind of hang in there. We have this part of the upper arm stabilized and braced. So really anything that's moving is just below the elbow to the weight. Inhale, lower, exhale, curl. Again, we're just doing one arm at a time. We'll come back for that other single arm row that we did. We'll come back for the single curl. Coming up next, we have a chest fly. So 2 dumbbells, 2 canned goods, 2 of something. So we'll be back on the bench, back on the ottoman. You can do it on the floor too. You don't have to be on the bench. Keep curling. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Changing up short intervals today for long intervals. Starting to mix it up on you this week. Keep going. Keep going. Listening for the beat. There it is. Whew. Okay. Moving into those flies. So 2 dumbbells, 2 canned goods. Palms will face in one another again, just like we did in our narrow position hand or narrow position chest press. So go ahead, lay on back. I'll get the time started. Palms face in one another towards one another. And we're gonna open up nice and big, steady, big squeeze back up towards the center. So inhale, wide, exhale. So we stop elbow level on arms about the same height or same depth as our body in the bench there. Slight bend in the elbow, keeping them open nice and wide, so think 45 degrees. Inhale, lower, exhale, squeeze. So I want you to think, feel that stretch through the pecs, and then big contraction through the pecs to bring it back up. Inhale, nice and controlled, exhale, squeeze. Again, keeping the shoulders relaxed away from the ears, keeping the belly braced, and breathing through. Inhale, exhale, and fly. We have a pullover coming up next, which I'm going to give you an option for. If you have a band at home, you can do this, a seated row, or you're going to come with the pullover with me. Again, you just need something, 1 dumbbell, 2 dumbbells, gallon of milk, something that we can take overhead. Keep squeezing, keep breathing. Shoulders relax from ears. And roll on up, set those dumbbells down. All right, moving into the pullover. So you just need one dumbbell, slightly on the heavier side if you're gonna use a dumbbell. You can do this with a plate. You're lucky enough to have plates at home, or if you want to, if you have a resistance band or tubing at home, hook it around something. You can do a seated row in lieu of this one, or you can come with me in the pullover. So we're gonna take either two options, on the actual dumbbell itself, or you can hold it at the head of the dumbbell to take it overhead, which is I prefer to do if I'm gonna do this with a dumbbell. So you'll see me, I'm gonna actually make a diamond, and I'm gonna hold my dumbbell this way overhead. So go ahead and lay back, get it started. It's gonna start right over the middle of your chest, and we're taking it back over our head. Head should be towards the end of your ottoman or bench. I'm gonna go ahead and get our time going. So I'm gonna scoot a little bit. I'm gonna brace. I'm gonna let that weight come. I'm gonna engage the lats, and then I'm gonna pull back. Nice big inhale as I reach. Exhale, squeeze the lats, pull back. Again, nice big inhale. Exhale, pull. Now if it feels a little light, you can double up. If you have dumbbells at home, you can double up those dumbbells to make sure that you are really getting enough resistance there. Big stretch, squeeze the lats. Pull it back. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull it back. Brace through the abs. Don't let that weight going overhead pull you. Each time, engage those lats. Pull it right back toward the center there. What do we have coming up next? Ooh, extensions again, but from the lying position. Whew. Nice big stretch. Inhale. Exhale, pull back over. Should be coming close on time there, hanging there, a few more reps. There it is. Go ahead and carefully sit up. Set that dumbbell down. We're gonna start into triceps. So two different things you can do for triceps. You can either use two dumbbells, and we're gonna take them right down towards the side, or you can use one dumbbell. So I'm gonna go on the heavier side with one dumbbell, keeping those elbows tucked in nice and tight, remember? We're gonna take this towards the hairline if you're using one dumbbell. If you're using two dumbbells, the dumbbells are just gonna kind of go right next to your head, stop by your temples, and then press back up over the shoulders. So one dumbbell or two dumbbells, if you want to join in on this one with the dumbbells. If you don't have dumbbells and you don't have weights, you can do a wall push-up on this one, where you can take the elbows down to the wall and the forearms down to the wall. So that'll be a great little one for the triceps. All right, go ahead and lay it on back. Here we go. Dumbbells up, keeping those elbows right over the shoulders, and I'm gonna take it down to my hairline, and then I'm gonna press it back up. Inhale as you lower, exhale as you press. Again, trying to keep those elbows from flaring out. So we wanna just kind of keep them in nice and tight, keep them stacked right over the shoulders. Now it's a little bit tougher when you have two dumbbells, especially if you have a dominant side. Sometimes that can be tough to kind of keep those arms in, but work as hard as you can. Keep those arms in line, elbows in line, big press. Inhale as you come down, towards the hairline, exhale, press back up. Again, keeping shoulders relaxed away from the ears, abs are tight, and we're breathing. We have some reverse curls coming up next. We're gonna kind of switch it up. We're gonna do a reverse curl and a hammer curl. So we're gonna do a little bit of both in the 90 seconds. we're gonna go back to biceps after this. Back to that pull. And there's time. Carefully go ahead and sit up. Set those weights down. Let's go ahead, get set up for hammer curls and reverse curls. So I'm gonna come to a standing position. Reverse curl is where we'll start first. So we'll hold palms down and coming to that curl position. Those can be kind of tough. So I'll watch my watch on this one, so then we flip it into a hammer curl. We'll do the hard ones first, while the biceps are still a little bit fresh. All right, so start with your knuckles facing up, dumbbells will be facing back, or soup can will be facing back for that reverse curl. And ready, and go. So reverse curls can be tough, that is for sure. A lot more forearm in this one. So just kind of control your range here as you curl up. So we'll do 45 seconds of a reverse curl, and then we'll do 45 seconds of a hammer curl. And remember, we still have to go back and get our other side in our concentration curl, and our other side in our single arm row. So stay with those reverse curls. How are we doing on time? 4 seconds here. We're gonna go right into a hammer curl. 3, 2, get one last reverse curl in. Go ahead and do thumbs up. Let's go right into that hammer curl. So this is gonna take us all the way to the end of the 90-second interval. Keeping those elbows underneath the shoulders. Curl up, inhale, exhale, curl. Next, coming up, we have a Sven press. So we're gonna use one plate, or you can use a really heavy book, because we need something flat to press out in front of us. So that one is kind of a unique move. I've done this before in AFIT, but it's been a while, so if you've taken AFIT with me for quite some time, chances are you've probably done Sven press, maybe Coach Tiffany has done it too. But we're gonna use one plate, so if you're lucky enough to have a plate at home, fantastic. Go ahead and stop on those curls. If you don't have a plate at home, a really large book will be very helpful on this exercise. So we're going to sandwich the plate. So we have to press inward, so engaging pecs and shoulders, and then we're gonna press straight out. So I'm gonna sandwich this, I'm gonna press straight out and pull back in. Keeping tension, so it's gonna get tough. So we'll just try to do as many as we possibly can. When you need a break, you need a break. Okay, big book or a plate. Here we go, 3, 2, and 1. So take, press out, bring it back in, press out, bring it back in. So by default, a lot of shoulder work on this one, but keep squeezing in on that plate. So I'm using a 10-pound plate, and it's going to get tough pretty quickly, that's for sure. So coming up after this, we're gonna go back to get our other side in our bent over row. So we're gonna head back, get the other arm in that bent over row, keep squeezing. And then we have to get our other arm for that concentration curl, but we have something fun in between, of course. But right now, let's just concentrate on this. Big squeeze, press forward. Getting warm. Things are shaking a little bit. Keep those shoulders relaxed away. Like I said, this can be a big book, so if you still have like a big professional book or a maybe college course book at home, some sort of professional reference book at home, those will be good ones too. Woo. Shoulders are wanting to shrug. Oh, there we go. All right, set that off to the side. We're gonna go back to get our other arm in the row. So I'm going to come around to the other side of the bench here for this row. I don't want to do the same arm twice, that's for sure. So back to this 90 seconds, just a single arm row, same arm. Again, support yourself, ottoman, chair, or bench if you have one, that's fantastic. But remember, we're pulling back Not up towards the armpit, but back at an angle between the rib and the hip. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. And let's pull. So keeping the head in line with the spine, so we have that neutral position. So my gaze is just a couple inches out in front of my hand there. And abs are tight, back is flat, shoulders are relaxed away from the ears, nice big squeeze, in that mid and upper back, using the breath. Exhale, pull, inhale, reset, exhale, pull, inhale, reset. We have tricep kickbacks coming up next, and then we're going to finish with the other side for our concentration curl, and we'll be done with our upper body. And then we'll be moving towards core. Good news, those are minute intervals, so you don't have to worry about 90 seconds in a core move, but I do have 10 minutes of core for us. 5 different exercises we will repeat twice, and those are a minute each. 10 seconds to go here. Keep breathing, big exhale, pull. One last one for good measure. There it is. Whew. Okay, kickbacks are coming up next. So, go ahead and grab one weight. We're gonna do 45 seconds on one arm, 45 seconds on the other arm. I'm gonna come over on this side. Get myself set up for the kickback on this side, and then we'll switch sides at the halfway mark. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. Again, you have yourself supported, elbows up. You're gonna extend and bring it right back towards the hip and extend. So we are not allowing that weight to swing forward to the armpit. So I want you to actually pause and stop, let it hang directly below that elbow before you use those triceps to extend again. Now this one should be feeling a little bit tough because we've already worked the triceps quite a bit. But keep going. 10 seconds, we're gonna switch arms so we balance things out. 5, 4, 3, 2, and let's switch. I'm gonna come around on this side. Go ahead and get yourself set up. Elbow up and extend back. Again, stopping that dumbbell right under the elbow and then kicking back. Keeping hips and shoulders square to the bench, square to the ottoman, square to the floor. This can be done from a single knee position if you're on the floor. Use that breath. This one's getting heavy. 4, 3, 2, and 1. There we go. All right, we have to come back, finish the concentration curl on the other arm, and then we move into core. So again, coming back to the ottoman, coming back to your chair, coming back to a bench if you have one at home. You're gonna switch. If you did the right arm first, you're into that left arm, soft part of the elbow, right into the meaty part of the inner thigh there. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Balancing everything out. I hope you've liked this 90-second format. Definitely those extra 30 seconds compared to when we do every minute on the minute moves. You feel that extra 30 seconds. Again, pause at the bottom, big curl back up. Use your breath. Exhale to lift, inhale, reset. We have just under a minute left. My biceps are definitely feeling the fatigue. That's the best part about doing single arm side. You can rest, take a break when you need to, change weights if you need to, shake out the arm. go, team. 30 seconds, and then we'll go into our core. I'll give us a minute to kind of push this stuff out of the way. I'll get us set up into our core moves. Actually, the first one we're gonna do, if you have an ottoman, or if you have a bench, or you can even do this maybe from the end of your bed, we're gonna do a back extension that's going to involve lifting the bottom part of our body, so the legs first. So I'm gonna do that from the bench so that you can see time. Whew. And it is a move that I did the other day, last week, in one of our exercises, or one of my workouts too. So you're gonna start with your body at the end of the bench. But I'm gonna first get set up because I'll move right from that bench to the floor for the rest of the core moves. All right. So these are all every minute on the minute. So we will change rather quickly. So the first two moves, like I described, one will be on the bench first. We're gonna be hugging the bench, lifting the legs up, so it'll be glute and lower back. And then we're gonna move right down into a hover position onto the floor. So we'll transition pretty quickly. I'll give us those seconds to get set up. The first one will be a hover up down with rotation. So our changeover will be really quick, just be ready to roll. So starting with the ottoman, chair would probably be a little bit uncomfortable, but if you have an ottoman or edge of a couch, something where you can brace and support the upper body and let the lower half hang, that's where we're gonna start. So you're gonna take that position on the bench, we're gonna lift here, so I'm gonna slide down just a little bit more. Every minute on the minute, are we ready? Here we go, 3, 2, 1, and go ahead and go. So I'm gonna go ahead and squeeze and lift. So again, bracing, holding on to the bench for support. You'll feel this in the glutes, and then you'll feel it very quickly into the lower back. So just breathe. Keep that head in that neutral position. Squeeze and lift. Glutes and lower back. We're halfway there. Quick transition, remember, second move is going to be a hover up, down. So we're gonna move right down to the floor with a side rotation. So we'll start in hover, come up to high plank, hit a side rotation, and then back down and switch sides. Here we go, transitioning in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So I'm gonna come right down onto the floor here. So we're gonna start down nice and low. We're gonna come up to the hands, we're gonna come up, up. Let's turn and open one side, back down. Take it down, down, up, up, side rotation. So you can work at your own pace on this one. Just keep alternating sides as you work into that rotation. Stack the arm, big support here. Trying to keep the hips as stable as possible in that up down. Big open up there. Squeeze the glutes. Stabilize the hips. Crunches coming up next. Getting ready to switch in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and come on down. Lay on your back. 4 toe taps. 4 crunches, 4 flies. So arms out to the side, knee stack. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it up, crunch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hike to the top, open up. There's 1. Hike back up, open. There's 2. Hike back up. There's 3. Hike back up. There's 4. Back down. Toe taps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold and crunch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hike up. Drop the arms out wide. Legs drop. Pull back up. Drop. Get ready to pull back up. A few more seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Actually, let's finish this last one, and then we'll move on to that next one. Good, go ahead. Come on up. we're gonna go to a side hover. So I'm gonna face you first. Go ahead and get there as quickly as you can. Come into that split stance position. Top leg is going to go forward, so we're holding here. Now let's add a little down and lift, down and lift. So we're gonna just do one side here. So remember what side you're on. So when we hit it on the other, in the second round, you won't do it again. Keep them coming, down and up. If that starts to feel a little too intense in those bottom obliques, just hold. Another option, bring that bottom knee down, add that hip tap up. It's entirely up to you. You pick what works the best here. Keep breathing. Our roll up is next. 3, 2, and 1. Roll back around. Here we go. Arms overhead. Inhale, exhale. Round up, stretch forward. Inhale, exhale, down we go. Tuck your chin, round up, reach long, roll right back down. Inhale, exhale, forward, roll back. At the 30-second mark, we're gonna start to lift one leg. In 3, 2, inhale, exhale, roll up, lift one leg, inhale, exhale, roll down. Switch sides, inhale, exhale, lift, inhale, exhale, roll down. We're gonna head back to back extensions next, but we'll stay right down on the floor. Inhale, exhale, lift, inhale, exhale, lower. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and roll over onto your stomach. So here we are. This time, grounding the lower body, keeping it in place here. Arms are out nice and wide to the side. Just a small little lift. So I want you to think about using the lower back, squeezing the glutes, grounding your hips, and just lift. It doesn't have to be huge, but squeeze and lift. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Lift up. Nice tension back between the shoulder blades. Squeeze and lift. We have the hover up down with side rotation coming back. Here we go. A couple more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead, come back into hover position. Feet nice and wide, up onto the hands. Turn and rotate, stack the shoulder. Add that rotation, down, back up. Switch to your opposite side. Add that hover and twist at the top. Breathe through. Take your time. Stabilize. There's no hurry in this one. Make sure you are set up correctly so that you're not going to hurt yourself. Keep going. Brace the abs. Squeeze the glutes. Keep the hips stable. 10 seconds. Back down to the floor. Here's our crunch. Toe tap first. Lay on back. Arms out. Tap forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pull the knees up. Crunch 1, 2, 3, 4. All the way up. Extend out. And then pike back up. I'm going to move my mat here. Extend out. Then all the way back up. Extend out. Pull all the way back up. Extend out. Pull up. Bring it back to the side. Toe taps. Knees over hips. 1, 2, 3, 4. Both knees up. Crunch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Extend. Drop down. Pull back up. Pike it. Drop down. Arms and legs. Pull back up. Drop down. Almost there. Side hover. Opposite side. Come on up.
Spin around, get into that side hover position. Make sure you're on the opposite side. Remember your options. Go ahead and lift. So you can have hip square, bottom knee bent, right over or right under top knee. Make sure we're stacking the joints here. Remember you have the options too. Both legs straight. And hold here. Let's add that little tap down, down and up. Really starting to fire into those bottom obliques there. For me, I'm on my right side right now, so those puppies are tapping. Remember, holding is an option. If things are on fire, that knee down is an option, especially when you're in that tap. You gotta choose what works the best. You're almost there. Roll up is next. This takes us to the end of our 10 minutes, so we are so close. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, turn back around. We're gonna go into roll-ups. Arms overhead. Inhale, exhale, roll up. Big stretch forward. Inhale, exhale, right back down. These move super quick through the core section here. So hopefully repeating them twice was a good idea, so you really got a good feel for them. You can even go through this another 3rd round or 4th round if you're crazy. We're really looking for some good core. All right, let's start to do single leg lift and that roll up. Inhale, exhale, pull one leg, roll back down. Inhale, exhale, lift up, roll back down. Inhale, exhale, and back down. Big breath, use your abs, pull yourself up, keep those shoulders really pulled down, away from the ears. Inhale, exhale, sit up nice and tall with it. Inhale, exhale. We're gonna do one more on each side. Inhale, exhale, lift. One more, inhale, exhale, lift, and lower. Come on around, bend the knees, take a little hug, release the pressure out of your lower back. Awesome job, everyone. Drop me a comment. I got sweat in my eye. Drop me a comment below. Let me know if you worked out with me today. Thursday, I'll be back for you with just lower body and core. So the programming this week, some HIIT, strength, HIIT, strength, HIIT, and we have some recovery coming up at the end of this week, which is going to be great with coach tips. So drop me a comment below if you worked out with me today. Got a nice little pump in the upper body.